ash, that fire, the glow of the fire right there.
And the distance from the run to the trees is less than here. Oh, yeah.
Australia is facing one of its most devastating bushfire seasons in recent history. In Victoria, fires have ravaged over 70,000 hectares of land, while in Tasmania, nearly 100,000 hectares have been consumed by flames. Communities are under siege, ancient forests are threatened, and the environment is bearing the brunt of these catastrophic fires. In this video, we delve into the ongoing bushfire crises in both Victoria and Tasmania, examining the causes, impacts, and the heroic efforts of those combating these blazes. Victoria's bushfire crisis. In Victoria, the bushfire season has been particularly severe. As of February 23, 2025, fires have burned over 70,000 hectares in the Little Desert National Park near the South Australian border. Residents in Dimboola and Whale have been told it is too late to leave and must shelter immediately. The fire continues to spread with alarming speed, and firefighters are struggling to contain it. The situation remains grave as unpredictable winds and extreme heat make it nearly impossible to predict how quickly the fire will advance. Further southeast, another bushfire crisis is unfolding in the Grampians National Park. Emergency warnings are in place for the Victoria Valley and Mira Natwa regions. Residents in these areas are being told to evacuate immediately as the fire continues to burn unchecked. Initially sparked by dry lightning, the Grampians fire has now consumed over 136,000 hectares of land. Over 25 homes have already been lost, and firefighting teams, though experienced, have been pushed to their limits. While some containment lines had been established, the fire's rapid spread in unpredictable conditions has caused it to flare up again. Across the state, the damage to local communities is growing. In the relief center set up in Horsham, evacuees from Dimboola are anxiously awaiting news. Around 20 evacuees spent the night in the center, uncertain whether their homes have survived the fire. While the mood is calm, there's an undeniable sense of anxiety, as many residents wait for confirmation on the fate of their homes and properties. Though the full extent of the damage is still being assessed, reports of property destruction, particularly to sheds and houses, are already emerging. The situation is far from contained. Heatwave warnings continue to be issued across much of the state, and as temperatures climb and the winds shift unpredictably, the risk of further devastation is high. Authorities are closely monitoring the situation, but with no sign of relief on the horizon, the bushfire crisis remains critical. Tasmania's bushfire crisis. Now shifting focus to Tasmania, the state is facing its own catastrophic fire season. Since early February, Tasmania's northwest has been battling intense bushfires, largely ignited by dry lightning strikes. By February 12, 2025, over 50,000 hectares had already burned in the region. By February 18th, that number had grown to over 94,000 hectares, with fires threatening some of the most pristine and ancient forests in the world, including the Tarkine rainforest and areas around Cradle Mountain. The fires in Tasmania have proven to be particularly challenging due to the region's remote and rugged terrain. Some of the fires are burning in dense, inaccessible forests, making firefighting efforts even more difficult. The situation is compounded by ongoing dry conditions and extreme temperatures. Emergency services in Tasmania are stretched thin, as they try to contain the fires while also protecting vulnerable communities. As of the latest updates, these fires continue to rage, and authorities are warning that they could burn for several more weeks before they're fully under control. The fires have not only affected homes and local infrastructure, but have also raised concerns about the environmental impact. Tasmania is home to ancient Huan pine trees, some of which are believed to be between 2,500 and 3,000 years old. These fires pose a direct threat to these irreplaceable trees, some of which are being lost to the flames. The impact on local communities has been severe. Smoke from the fires has blanketed much of Tasmania, causing health risks, especially for those with respiratory conditions. As firefighters continue their efforts, the risk to communities remains high. Authorities are urging residents to stay informed and follow evacuation orders if necessary, as conditions can change rapidly. Both Victoria and Tasmania are facing a dire bushfire season, with hundreds of thousands of hectares of land already burned. The fires are not only threatening lives and homes, but also have devastating effects on the environment. In Victoria, communities like Dimboola, Whale, Horsham, and others are under constant threat. Meanwhile, Tasmania's pristine wilderness and ancient forests are being consumed by flames that show no sign of slowing down. The firefighters in both states are doing everything they can, but the situation remains extremely volatile. These bushfires are a stark reminder of the growing impact of climate change on the environment and the increasing frequency of extreme weather events. The combination of dry lightning, extreme heat, and unpredictable winds has created the perfect storm for these fires to spread rapidly, overwhelming local resources. As we watch this crisis unfold, we must remember the importance of preparedness, resilience, and the need for strong climate action to prevent future disasters of this magnitude. As of now, the fires continue to burn across both Victoria and Tasmania, with no immediate end in sight. Emergency services are on high alert, and communities are preparing for the worst. While firefighters continue their courageous efforts, we can only hope that the fires will soon be brought under control and that the survivors will find the support they need to rebuild. These fires, both in Victoria and Tasmania, are a reminder of the vulnerability of our natural world and the importance of protecting it. As the bushfires rage on, the resilience of these communities, firefighters and volunteers, is tested like never before. Keep them in your thoughts and stay tuned for updates as the situation continues to evolve. As always, thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay aware.